Pills of Trust from the Spirit author Dias da Cruz, psychographed by Andre Morera. Take each day the pills of trust in the Father, and feel yourself connected to the source of all the power and kindness that will lead you towards happiness and inner peace. Pills of Trust, Chapter 1. In order to find the meaning and significance of your existence, become aware that you are, as a being, divine in essence and nature, and you are a loving dream of the Creator, destined for divine aims and purposes. Understand that the relative freedom that the Lord gave you is destined for the awakening of your potential through your own efforts, so that you may be what you should be without offending the law of general harmony, which conducts everything with perfection. Nevertheless, accept that the path consists of errors and achievements. Therefore, it is not possible to reach the top of the mountain of faith and inner victory without the efforts of the hike through the narrow path. Equip yourself with those instruments that will take you to the high ends of your existence: the compass of faith, the rope of spiritual safety, the outfit of self-awareness and inner vigilance, the stakes of love and service for the good, and the provisions of courage, forgiveness, and trust, which will raise you to the supreme objectives of life. Connect yourself to life around you, and you will see that the reality that surrounds you is either drawn by you or offered to you by divine love. This reality is configured as a school, temple, or blessed ward, and it is destined to let you to partake in communion with the Father through the joys of family, friendship, work, and service. Take each day the pills of trust in the Father, and let them awaken in you the awareness that you are His child and natural heir. The Father is offering you the plenitude of knowing and feeling yourself connected to the source of all the power and kindness to lead you towards happiness and inner peace.
What a beautiful pill of trust.
It is.
It feels good to take it, doesn't it, Mark?
Does. It does. Feels good to read it.
Yes. So what has spoken to your heart in particular, Mark?
It feels like, as you're reading this message, it sort of feels like the purpose of this message is to awaken us, right? As I'm thinking about this, it's very, very visual. Take the compass of faith, the rope of spiritual safety, the outfit of self-awareness and inner vigilance, the stakes of love and service for the good, and the provisions of courage, forgiveness, and trust. So, he's encouraging us to go on an adventure here. I feel like I'm outfitted for to go on the top of a mountain a little bit. It's a very inspirational message, but it's not just an adventure, because we have to do some work here. We're going to have to expend some effort, because, as it says here, it's not possible to reach the top of the mountain of faith and inner victory without the efforts of the hike through the narrow path. So at times, this is going to be difficult, but we seem to be here told, and this is the big message at the end here, that divine love is all around us, that every day we just take the pill of trust in the Father and remind ourselves that we are a child of God, that we're an heir to the beautiful universal love that's constantly around us, all around us all the time. The Father's offering us the joy and plenitude of knowing that we are connected to the source of all the power and kindness that will lead us towards happiness and inner peace. So while this task may be difficult, at times challenging, behind it lies happiness and inner peace. So what a beautiful journey.
Beautiful journey, and I'm so grateful that we can take this journey together and with our Kardec Radio family.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to do this, right?
Yes, exactly. It's really fantastic. So besides the tools for reflection that you, Mark, have already mentioned, and the tools that you pointed out to us in saying that this message is truly very visual, and you're right. What I particularly love about this message is that Dr. Diaz da Cruz is revealing to us our divine nature in very direct and explicit terms. He is calling us a dream of the Creator. Doesn't it feel good to be a dream of the ultimate creator of the universe? So to me, this calls for an affirmation. Since we are divine heirs of the universe, why not affirm it to ourselves? Because in a book called Thought and Life, which our dear Vanessa Anceloni is studying online at this very moment, actually not exactly now, but every night at 11 p.m., and which every one of us can enjoy also on YouTube, either on the Kardec Radio Facebook page or YouTube, we learn that our thoughts are actually what nourish our souls. That if we shift our thoughts to a new perspective, a more loving, positive, self-affirming, healing perspective, that reality will actually materialize before us. Am I talking about magic? No. Neuroscience recently already has proven to us, if I remember correctly, as of 2014, that we can replace, for example, traumatic memories with positive memories if we work on replacing negative, less positive thoughts with more loving thoughts. And the spirit psychologist Joanna de Angelis already tells us that in her visualizations, that a great way to become more aligned with the Creator is to do the exercise of replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. Of course, we are going to have negative thoughts because of the nature of our planet. We are immersed in vibrations that are sometimes challenging. So it's okay. We can let our thoughts flow. We don't need to judge ourselves because, as Dr. Diaz da Cruz reminds us, we are a dream of the Creator. So, of course, the dream or every dream of the Creator is beautiful. So we don't need to judge ourselves. When we have a negative thought, we can just say, okay, I see that. How can I shift my perspective? And I can then do my best with effort, like Dr. Diaz da Cruz mentions, to climb the mountain, as you said, I need effort. So here's where the narrow path comes, right? The narrow path you pointed out to us, Mark. Here's where it is. The narrow path is in re-educating our minds. And we have the power of our own will. So it's up to us to re-educate our minds. So how do we do it? It sounds simple and easy when we are talking about it together, but the question is, how can I put it into practice? We can use Dr. Dia da Cruz's very words as affirmations. So we can say to ourselves, looking at the mirror or using our cell phone as a mirror, we can say to ourselves, I am a loving dream of the Creator, destined for divine aims and purposes. Once again, I am a loving dream of the Creator, destined for divine aims and purposes. One more time.
Okay.
I am a loving dream of the Creator, destined for divine aims and purposes. And I can even sing it if I want. I am a loving dream of the Creator, destined for divine aims and purposes. I'm a divine dream of the Creator, destined for divine dreams and purposes. Doing these affirmations, we can guarantee or start assuring spiritual safety, as he mentions here, and our self-esteem will improve. Therefore, our ability to trust ourselves and others will also increase. So let us embrace the challenge, singing or not. Alternative that we have is to have a little journal. Oh, but Caroline, I don't know how to journal. Well, me neither, but we can start. A new year is a good time to create new habits. So we can, if we don't like writing a whole lot, we can just write this sentence about 10 times so that we can internalize it. So we can get a notebook or even use our computer or the notes on our cell phones, however we may prefer. And we can write the sentence 10 times or 11 times or however many times you wish.
Sing it in the shower.
Sing
in the
it
morning,
in the shower.
on the way to work,
Yes.
on the bus, on the train, in the
Yes.
car, whatever you're going to commuting, and then during lunch and on the way home and while you're cleaning the dishes. This could be our mantra of the day.
Yes,
And it's such a beautiful message to think of yourself as a divine, loving dream of the Creator. Or if you like, you could also say that be aware that you are a being divine in essence in nature. There's another message that I could also get from this beautiful set of messages here.
And another pure trust that we can take from the message pure trust is we can affirm to ourselves that we are a beautiful child of God. Dear listeners, do you believe you are a beautiful child of God? Whether you feel it or not, that's the reality. So why not practice allowing ourselves to actually feel ourselves connected to God. God, the divine Creator, this power that is so much greater than all of us, is always there. It will never forsake us. So it's up to us to foster that connection. And why not? Since the source is always there, why not connect to it, right? We already connect all of our electronic devices constantly to the quote-unquote source. Why not connect our own hearts to the ultimate source?
That's right.
That's the invitation that Dr. Dias da Cruz provides to us by literally saying, connect yourself to life around you, and you will see that the reality that surrounds you is either drawn by you or offered to you by divine love. So isn't it beautiful to know that divine love is always there? It's up to us to connect. And the password, so to speak, to connect is the thought. The thought is much faster than a Wi-Fi connection, believe it or not. So we just need one little password, and the affirmations we are sharing can be our passwords. So one affirmation again can be, you are a loving dream of the Creator, destined for divine aims and purposes. The other affirmation is?
Become aware that you are, as a being, divine in essence and nature.
And the other option for us is, I am a beautiful child of God. I love and approve of myself. I am a beautiful child of God. I love and approve of myself. I am a beautiful child of God. I love and approve of myself.
I notice, Carol, as you're doing that you're putting your hand over your heart.
Exactly.
And that's important because you're feeling that more, right?
Yes.
And you're allowing that to speak more into your heart.
Yes.
So allowing yourself not only to say that, but it's also important not just to rationalize and to think, but it's also so important for us to feel that as well.
Absolutely.
And so if that helps you feel that, and it helps me feel that too, to do that. Singing also helps to feel that. Also, just simply saying it to yourself, putting your hand over your chest, is another way to feel that message and feel that entering into your entire being, because that is what we're doing. This is a spiritual connection that we're making, and we need the mind, we need the thoughts, but we also need the feelings, right?
Exactly.
And it's a part of the whole package.
Yes, the whole Pills of Trust package.
Yeah, that's right.
And thank you, Mark, for bringing this up, because your recommendation to feel the divine love around us is a recommendation that comes from the Master himself. In the book Good News, Jesus has an encounter with a doctor of the law, Nicodemus. Mm-hmm. And the doctor of the law, Nicodemus, asks Jesus, Master, I have studied the law for years. I feel like I know it, but I can't yet grasp the reality and the truths of what you are saying. Jesus' recommendation goes hand in hand with what you just said, Mark. Jesus simply responded by saying, Nicodemus, you forgot to feel the scriptures. So it is not enough to know the words, though, as you said, Mark, knowing is very empowering. It's also very important to feel them. And because our bodies, our physical bodies, are made out of water, mostly, if we put our hands on our chest and we say the affirmation, we can actually feel the vibration of our voices. And that helps us internalize a feeling of hope, agency, empowerment, and self-love.
And trust.
And trust. So this is one more exercise in trust and trusting ourselves as a divine dream of the Creator.
And trusting the fact that we have the divine within us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why not connect to our essence, right?
Absolutely.
This is a good exercise not only for the new year, but for immortality, because we are, all of us are spirits living a temporary physical experience in order to become a dream of the loving Creator.
In our next installment, just to give you a little taste of what we're going to be going through, the next the next message is entitled "A New Day in Your Heart."
Oh, that will be so wonderful.
Isn't that amazing how we start talking about this one, and then the next one just seems to follow naturally from what we just read.
Thank you, Dr. Diaz da Cruz.
Absolutely.
You are a fantastic educator of the soul. And we are very grateful to Vanessa Anceloni, the Kardec Radio family, Andre Moreira, and of course the Spirit Author, for this opportunity to nourish our souls in communion with you.
So let's say a prayer now. Thank you, loving mentors, and thank you, loving spirits, for this beautiful book and this opportunity today to remind ourselves that lying within us is a power greater than we can understand, a divine source of light that will radiate and shine forward in all of our lives. Thank you for giving us the message today to understand, to feel, and to encounter this loving force that's lying within us. Thank you for giving us this beautiful message of hope, this beacon of light that will guide our lives. We look forward to continuing to reflect upon the divine essence in our lives and how we can tap the source of this beautiful loving energy that's just always around us. And so be it.
So be it, and we thank you, dear listeners, so much for being part of this community of love and trust. And we look forward to taking another pill of trust together with you when we meet again. Until we meet again, we wish you many, many, many blessings.